Hello, I'm Thomas Carruthers.
I'm Will Leggetter.
And today we're taking our fourth, and for now anyway, penultimate deep dive into the world of Inside Number 9 with Reece, Shearsmith and Steve Pemberton. We sort of had this conversation before the podcast started, but this, I think, we said this about
Series
season 3. I think this was, for me, the toughest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think season 3 and season 4 are definitely the toughest ones for me to position. Because there's not really one that jumps to mind as like, oh, that's number 6. I think my number 6 did come quickly when I was putting them down, but also, it took me. It didn't jump too much.
It was, it's like when ranking them, I suppose it's easier because you've got hindsight. But when you first watch this series, every time, like the best thing about this is watching it live when it first comes out.
Oh, it was great.
And when you first watch it, none of these episodes were a disappointment. But they never are.
They never are. And then obviously, this was when we were in college together, and we had the what people in the industry call the water cooler effect. I mean, you don't really have water coolers anymore at work. I mean, you do anyway, but we would come in the morning after and talk about these episodes. We had the morning after effect, which might be a bad title for it, but it was we were rushing to watch these episodes in time so that we could talk about them together. I remember after Tempting Fate, you didn't know then about the hidden hair, and I was like,
"No, I only picked up on that after." Yeah,
I told you about the hidden hair, and you said, "Well, it's hidden in every episode," and you went, "What?" I'm like, "Since Sardines," I was like, "Yeah, every episode. That's the only thing that links them." And you were like, "Oh my!" Whoa. And and then obviously. It's just a stellar episode. Yeah, right. Let's jump straight into it then. Your number 6, Will.
My number 6. So for my number 6, I've got Once Removed.
I've got Zanzibar.
Interesting.
I've got Zanzibar as my number 6. I've got Once Removed as my number 5. So we'll talk about Once Removed now.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
I've got Once Removed as my number 5. I think it just picks it for me a little. Because I won't say cringy.
What, Once Removed?
No, Zanzibar. I won't say cringy because that's wrong. But I think there are a few points that are perfectly your hue. I think we have quite a fine line. I think more so me. I have quite a fine line of the exact point where I go, no, this is too wacky. A lot of you are more of a Monty Python man than me, for instance.
I am. Yeah, I'm a big Python fan. Are you on about spaghetti bolognese?
Yes. and the maitre d', I get their chips. I don't know what it is. Very specific little things that irk me. But we'll get to Zanzibar when we get to Zanzibar.
Yeah. I think we have the same opinions on Zanzibar. Obviously, I rank it a lot higher than you. That's because I have. Yeah. We'll get there. We sure will.
Once Removed, ingenious.
They never
concept.
Fail finding new ways to tell a story.
First time for those of you who haven't seen, don't know why you're watching it, but not to turn people away. But it is told in 6 5-minute slots or so, each time going back 10 minutes. So effectively, we begin where we end. For me, the real kicker is that final screw of the number 9 to make it a number 9.
Oh.
It's up there for me with the reveal of the shoe.
I did that to Becky's house. She lives inside number 9.
Why did you do it? As a Mythbusters, you didn't think that it would work?
No, I just saw that it was coming loose, and I thought, oh, let's do a number 9 and turn it into a 6. And I did, and I think it's broken now. So apologies to her housemates. I did it for the love of a beautiful TV show.
For the love, yes, for the love of a show. The wonderful Amelia Fox, the wonderful Monica Dolan. I've seen Monica Dolan in a play.
Have you?
Yes, I saw her in All About Eve with the wonderful Gillian Anderson and the OK Lily James, and Julian Ovenden from Downton and Sound of Music Live. Good episode. Sorry, good play rather. Who would you, do you think it goes back too many times? I don't know. Do you think that all the reveals pay off?
No. That's why I've first of all said the best thing about this episode is David Cobble.
Yes.
The whole Andrew Lloyd Webber subplot is ingenious, and as we're both musical men, I'm sure we
love a good musical cat.
The bit where she walks out and is like, "Close every door to me." That's brilliant. I think the first 10 minutes, wonderful. I think after they kill Steve, that's where it gets a bit sloppy, because you've just got May running about, and it all becomes a bit samey, and you think, what's the point in showing this? I want each 10-minute reverse to be a distinct event,
like Memento. That's a film of an episodic film in its nature, with similar time on screen. What do you think of Memento?
It's one of my favourite Nolans.
Yeah, it's in my problem. Yeah. I think Dark Knight, Prestige, Memento.
What am I? I'm Prestige, Dark Knight, Memento.
Yeah. Just for sheer rewatchability. Memento is one of those films where I would tape it and then I would watch like half an hour every morning whilst even having my cereal. And if it was really rude and there was a lot of swearing, I'd have to really turn it down low because my dad would come down and start making a cup of coffee. I'd be like, fuck you, fuck this, fuck this. So the first time I watched Memento, I just completely missed the end that he decides to kill the guy because I'd had it turned down so low. Yeah. Just like, oh, that sort of ended, didn't it? And then I bought it on DVD.
You've mentioned when I have my cereal now quite a lot. I think for those watching, Tom, every morning. Do you still do it?
It varies. Sometimes, depending if my mum's got some fruit loaf or crumpets.
I do like a crumpet.
Like this morning, I played some tennis at 9, and I was up at 8, so I didn't want to have a big bowl of milk. No. So I had crumpets.
Yeah. So Tom likes to get up incredibly early in the morning and has a massive bowl of cereal.
Cookie Crisps. There was a long period where I would have Cookie Crisps, and it would be overflowing because Cookie Crisps obviously float. It's not like Shreddies or some. Cookie Crisp is a very delicious but annoying cereal. Welcome back to the cereal cast.
Let's rank our top 3 cereals, because you can judge a lot.
Cookie Crisp, Frosted Shreddies, Weetabix with a lot of sugar. If you just get handed the bowl, because making Weetabix is a pain in the ass.
What, you make your Weetabix
from scratch? It's just so crispy and flaky, and it goes. I sound like Woody Allen. The flaking of the Weetabix, it's infuriating.
I think I'm Special K, cornflakes, Rice Krispies.
There you go. You're right. You can tell a lot about somebody. I've gone for 3 sugar-based.
I think closely followed by bran flakes.
Yeah, you've gone for 4 that help your digestive system. If you need a shit, go to Will. If you need some sugar,
Oh no.
That's the new tagline of the show.
Yep.
We'll get Becky on the social medias. Sugar Daddy Tom and Shitter Will. Any final thoughts on Once Removed? Well,
love it. Yeah, my two favourite lines I would say in this, it's close every eye to me, and it's just Steve with his slight speech impediment when he goes, "My mum's making me a biryani." That's great.
This was directed by Jim O'Hanlon, who directed a bunch of catastrophes. Catastrophe, I love Catastrophe. Did you ever watch Catastrophe?
No.
Oh, Rob Delaney and Sharon Horgan. Astounding television.
Yeah, I know what you mean now.
The wonderful Ashley Jensen, Mark Bonner. Yeah, great TV, and it stuck the landing as well, which is a very hard thing to do. He also directed Tempting Fate, this episode, the series, rather, which we will get to. So, season number 4, my number 6. I just did that. My number 5, then. Your number 5, sorry.
My number 5 is Tempting Fate.
That's my number 4. We'll talk about it now.
Well, this is so far it's sounding quite similar. It's good. This is good.
There's going to be a lot of nudging. Nudging.
It's not as drastic as last series.
It's
hard work.
We're back to Tom's stage corner. I've seen Nigel Planer as well. I saw him in Hairspray. He was the Christopher.
Oh, was he Christopher Walken? Yeah.
It was good. Very good. Him and Brian Connolly.
Who mice?
Brian.
Connolly
as Edna.
Oh wow. That must have been great.
It was very good. It was a good.
Yeah.
It was very good. Tempting Fate. Firmly my 4th. I think this is one of their best written episodes. I think my big thing with this list was deciding a combination of what the best episodes are and what I enjoy the most.
Yes.
Because I don't think my number 3 is the 3rd best episode of the show this season, but it most certainly might be my favourite of the season. I've just bumped it down for the sake of, these may be 2 of the better episodes they've ever written and are masteries of the comedy aspect of the show and the horror thriller aspect of the show.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're on about. Yeah. I've got that as my number 4.
Yeah. This wonderful episode, marvellous twists. I did guess this one. Well, no, I didn't guess that he was still alive, but I clocked straight away. How did he put the tape in if he hung himself?
Yes, Becky did as well when she watched, and I was like, damn, I didn't do that. That's a great moment, isn't it? Yeah. But if he's dead, how did
the plank's a great bit. This is one of my. I'm saying all this, and I maybe I'm sticking with it.
Keep it where it is.
I'm sticking with it. This is not a wasted moment. The right amount of darkness, the right amount of irony. This is in a way. Them obviously, Tales of the Unexpected is one of their biggest influences with this show. They grew up those Hammer House of Horror, as we talked about with Devil of Christmas. For me, this and all of those shows were cruxed on ironic twists. And I mean, in a way, every twist is ironic. But there's a big difference for me between the twist of Sardines and the twist of this. Like, these are ironic twists, Oh, I've got your wish. And his little boy comes in, and then Nigel Planer does Nigel Planer.
I'll make you a cup of tea.
Oh, yeah, he's great. Nigel, who's better as a walking dead man? Nigel Planer in this or Griffin Dunn in American Werewolf in London? Because Griffin Dunn steals American Werewolf in London with those 5 scenes of David, I'm dead, and he's slowly disintegrating.
Really good. I was going to say, I'm sure Bill Nighy's done something like that before. It's a very Bill Nighy.
Shaun of the Dead. He becomes
there
dead,
we go.
doesn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
That's great.
Nicholas. No, he's called Sean. Nicholas is Hot Fuzz.
Nicholas of the Dead.
Yeah. You're making us all look bad.
Bad. That's great.
Yes, no. There we go again. Since you've mentioned this, I have noticed more frequently than any other thing you've ever picked up on the way that I say yes, no. I've tried to stop it. The character of Maz, I think, is a very nice character.
Oh, it's the perfect amount of comic relief. Like
classic.
The odd throwaway. But doesn't his son have M&S?
The perfect, character surrogate. He's coming in. I love when when Steve's Keith turns, and you're like, this completely makes sense.
Oh.
I can see it. He was dodgy all along. I can see it. Nick be, alcoholic. You never stop being an alcoholic.
Yeah.
You're always an alcoholic.
Even that scene where he's just
pouring booze,
drowning him, in vodka.
It's a really dark, good episode. Would this be like, this might be simultaneously, I think I'd be really good at this job and I'd find it interesting and stuff. But also, I think
I couldn't do it. Yeah, probably because of the smell alone.
Yeah, that's true.
I've been watching a lot of obsessive compulsive cleaners recently,
and also we're neglecting the fact that they're not all as glamorous as this one, where it's full of Blu-ray players and DVD players. And stuff. It's usually just full of shit.
Yeah.
What would you do, Will, if you found the money?
If I found, and I knew it was cursed.
Oh, that's the problem, isn't it?
Because if you found the money in a normal everyday situation, because there wouldn't be a curse, you would just take it.
I remember, I think it was Stephen Fry, and I can't remember what show it was in the middle of or something, but it was a social experiment, and it was a phone booth, and they just left a bag of real money in there, and they got facilitated by the bank, because people can obviously tell when it's fake. And the amount of people that grabbed just a bit and then left. Nobody went for the whole bag because that's too much. And then Stephen Fry had come out and go, that was a social experiment. I'm Stephen Fry.
Darren Brown did the same thing. He put a wallet on the floor and he just drew a chalk circle around it and everyone just avoided it. Weird.
Well, that is odd because who would put a chalk circle around it? But then, that would make sense.
Because you'd think, oh, is that like a piece of modern art because there's a chalk circle around?
No, I would think police.
Oh, evidence.
Yeah, I know, where are they, police? But chalk, I don't know. That's true. Anything else to say on Tempting Fate?
I love the whole rat scene.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when he just starts bashing it with the shoe. That's what.
I love
double bag it.
I love a good bit of, newspaper montage. Oh, and I found this postcard. I don't know what it is. It's, as a screenwriter, writer, I should be annoyed by it because it's, I won't say lazy, but it's very easily done. But it always works for me. Like Fatal Attraction, when he finds her scrappy notebook. Misery, Misery is the best one because it's covered in pig stickers as well.
Yeah.
It's covered in christenings. She's oh, poor Annie.
Oh, bless her.
Bless her. Loves the little laugh.
He loves his book.
Right. That was your number
5.
And that was my number 4. So what's your number 4?
And the winner is?
Yeah, that's my number 3. Zanzibar's that high?
Oh yes. Oh, I mean, this is part of the sort of subconscious bias that you hate Shakespeare, and I am. I adore Shakespeare.
It's not that I hate Shakespeare. It's that I've never, and I've seen all the best ones. I've never seen one I really enjoy.
But I think if you're a fan of Shakespeare, or even if you like, I think you can appreciate the effort that well, we'll get to it, but I think it's
you can definitely appreciate it. I've actually jumped the gun here because we should be doing our categories.
We should.
So let's jump into it. I think best hair is a pretty lockdown winner this week.
Yeah, tempting fate.
Has to be that one. Best guest.
Zoe Wanamaker.
Zoe Wanamaker. Zoe Wanamaker. It's Zoe Wanamaker as Paula. Before we just bow down to Zoe Wanamaker, let's throw a few more out. Nigel Planer in Tempting Fate, which we've talked about. David Calder in what do you call it? Once Removed. A little bit of Shane Gibson, Sean Gibson or whatever her name is, in Bernie Clifton. She makes a nice appearance from the League days. And Zanzibar, I mean, you can't beat Bill Patterson as Mr. Green.
He's great.
I can give or take Rory Kinnear. We'll get to that. But yes, and the winner is Zoe Wanamaker as Paula. One of our favourites to quote. We quote this constantly. Incredible performance. I've always liked Zoe Wanamaker since My Family. I've always
your actual family, because she does look
she does look an awful lot like my grandma. Famously, ever since Harry Potter, I was like, no, she looks like grandma. We've also had Felicity Kendall from Private View, also famously looks like my grandma. Yes, but Zoe Wanamaker also, if it, her astounding performance as Kate Keller in All My Sons with David Suchet is brilliant. I mean, I saw Sally Field and Bill Pullman do it at the Old Vic name drop, twice. But that Zoe Wanamaker performance is still maybe better. I've not said it in front of Ava because she was like, this is a religious experience. And it was very, very, very good. And it was the best thing I saw last year. But that Zoe Wanamaker
better than Endgame.
Which one?
There's only one Endgame.
I saw both. I saw Daniel Radcliffe and Alan Cumming in Samuel Beckett's Endgame.
Okay.
As well as well.
I saw midnight screening.
Did I tell you about my experience watching Endgame? That was another terrible cinema experience.
No. When did you watch it?
I watched it opening weekend.
But at a sensible time of day.
Yeah, it was like the middle of the day. I think I were doing a double bill. I think I was like, I'll watch this slog, and then I'll treat myself and watch something like, I can't remember what it was. But the lights were still on for by the time Hawkeye, it jumped straight in Hawkeye's family disappearing.
Yeah.
The lights were still on. And so there was this rowdy group of kids for a birthday party or something, and all their parents weren't row behind. So they just weren't stopping talking because they were like, the lights are still on. It's not time yet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just shouting. And so I hate kids, yeah. No, I simultaneously love children. Can't wait to have two of my own. But some kids in...
Are you like me? You're not picky, but you want two kids and you want them to be a boy and a girl.
No, I've always said I want two little girls. I'd be happy with any combination, but I've always thought, two little nice girls, and I can, I'll be the one who spoils them, and then wife can be bitch.
Okay.
And they'll be like, "Oh, you spoil them." It's like, yeah, I love them. Two little girls. Back to so the lights were still on. So then people started being like, "Can you be quiet, please?" And then one of the dads were like, "She'll making noise." It's like, no, it's not. That's not how this works. And then they turned the lights off, but they kept flickering. They were flickering for the first hour. It was a very, very annoying. And the film wasn't great either.
No. Infinity War was good. I enjoyed that.
Infinity was a lot better than Endgame.
Yeah.
Endgame was a slog. It was an active slog. Back to Zoe Wanamaker. Is there a better delivered line than "You withered asshole"? Also, the wonderful Kenneth Cranham as Rupert. We might. We could throw in for best guest. Let's not talk too much more about Zoe Wanamaker before we'll save that for the episode of And the Winner Is. Best cast. Are we sticking with And the Winner Is?
Now then. Yeah.
Now then. Oh no! I thought it was Tommy Cooper. I've only just realised. Staying in for my penance.
It's between this and Zanzibar because I love Bill Patterson in that.
The 3 different ways he tries to kill himself.
It's great. But I think if you're gonna, what you said earlier has really swayed my opinion about the maitre d'.
I think it's the maitre d' and his waitress friend.
Yes.
Well, not waitress friend,
but we'll get back to that. Let's say, and the winner is great cast. Great.
Incredible cast. Have you read Blood Oranges? Another great read. Speaking of which, best Steve performance.
I mean, are we going to put them both? Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a good shout, actually. Is it To Have and To Hold, or is it
Bernie? The one he won a BAFTA for.
The BAFTAs, yes, the BAFTAs decided for us. That was just rude.
Is this our BAFTA travesty?
BAFTA travesty. The BAFTA travesty is whenever they lose. Adrian. Also, wait a minute. I have sort of been redundant here. Best guest, Nicola Walker as Harriet. Chance would be a fine thing. Hello, I'm Nurse Honeypot. Dick Shafter.
That's great. What do you do? I handle corpses. That's great. That's a great line.
One of the best deliveries is, I just got back from work. Are you a nurse by any chance? Yeah, I work in the mortuary. She's really good, actually, that Miranda. Miranda Hennessy is Hannah.
Yeah.
It was a good job.
Some innocence.
Yeah. Best Steve, it's To Have and To Hold.
It is To Have and To Hold.
Bernie Clifton. I think it is To Have and To Hold. I think.
Yeah.
Because you never see it coming. We'll get to it, but you never think. You just think.
But then you rewatch it and it's there. It's in his eyes. It's in his eye. Oh.
The whole time. Best Reece performance.
It's between Bernie and Winner Is. I love him in The Winner Is.
And he's exceptional in it, especially that little bit of shave, that little speck of toilet paper on his chin.
I think what we've worked out is, I think, obviously Reece. I mean, Reece has always said what Reece is like. He's the actor, isn't he?
Yeah, Reece always prefers acting. Steve always says he prefers writing and directing, but
you can easily join himself.
But can you think of an episode where it's Reece, it's just Reece mainly, and Steve gets like the small part? Because the Time to Hold. Oh, of course, good shout. But then when you look at the Way Up, Riddler the Sphinx.
Oh no, yeah, it is.
Steve's
usually the biggest star.
Loves Great Adventure.
But then the reason why that is because Reece is more of a character actor. You could sort of put him into that segment, and he comes. That's why he suits the sort of cameo, which is why he's great in this and Sardines. Those sort of characters he does are brilliant.
Have you watched The Widower?
No.
My mother has raved about it for a few years now. It's Reece Shearsmith's star turn. The Widower. Real life story. Apparently it's just excellent. I think I'm going to buy it for £1 or something. He's real life with murderer. Like he marries them and then he kills them. Who plays his wives in it? Malcolm Webster. Yeah, he's a serial murderer.
A serial husband.
A 3-part drama based on the crimes of convicted murderer Malcolm Webster. John Hannah was in it. Sheridan Smith's in it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and it's all directed by Paul Whittington. What's he done? The Moorside. Oh. But I also directed White House Farm, which was apparently good. I didn't watch it.
That was very good. I enjoyed that.
He directed Scylla. Oh, is bloody Sheridan Smith's not? What's the reverse of Idol? No, what's the reverse of Idol? Muse. Because he did that Mrs. Biggs. Do you remember that?
Or is he the Tim Burton to
her? Yeah. He did all of Mrs. Biggs. He did Widower, which she were in. He did Scylla. He did Moorside, which was shit house. And then and then Isolation Stories, Mel, the Sheridan Smith one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So So swinging back round to and the winner is it's my it's my third, it's your fourth?
My fourth, yes.
No, fourth. We've got yes, now. Oh God. I'm annoying myself.
Say it again.
I'm annoying myself with it now. Yes, we have the jury depicting of a jury. It's their 12 Angry Men episode. But again, it's with a twist because they're doing it picking the.
I first watched this. This has been for a while. Probably in my bottom 5 of all time.
I remember this.
Yeah, couldn't stand it when it first came out because the twist was just too predictable.
Yeah.
But then you watch it again, and I watch it sort of retconning the twist, saying twist doesn't matter in this because the dialogue and the acting makes up for it.
And also, I don't mind the twist. I think it's all right. It's not the best. It's not the best. Again, we've got to.
I'm the best actor. No, it's obvious. I hate it.
Really? That much?
I really don't like that last minute.
You know what it is? It's like if Empty Orchestra had a twist. This needs to be an Empty Orchestra episode where there
doesn't need a twist,
where you don't have the twist, and Jack is just Jackie. Hello, I'm Jackie.
Maybe that's why it's because it's very obviously a performance. It's very obviously a fake accent. Just pretending.
But also, I really like the episode. I really like the twist. I think it's and I actually on a rewatch, I think it plays into it well. Well, I like it because it's never. She's the best. I like her. Let's all vote for her. She gives fair due credit to everybody.
I think in true number 9 fashion, it really should have been at the end. She's like, and she said to Zoe Wanamaker's character, "Can you stay behind and help me?" And she stabs her, and then she really does steal her heart. That's what she does.
Well, that's just private view again. You nearly put your heart into this, didn't you? Almost.
Sure.
Yeah. The wonderful Zoe Wanamaker and Kenneth Cranham. Their whole back and forth is Rupert and Paula. I think Noel Clarke's really good in this episode. It's Gordon.
I love Noel Clarke.
Yeah.
A Mickey fan.
Have you read Blood Oranges?
Oh, it's
I
great.
wrote that review. I mean, the best running gag is Paula's. She stole my heart. The amount of times that we have talked about.
You went quiet a bit. You went funny.
Oh, did I?
You
I
did.
think it's when I jiggle my wire. Am I going funny? Going funny?
I've got a thing. My internet connection is unstable.
Ah, right.
It's me.
That's
right,
a gift. That's a ready-made gift, though, isn't it? am I going funny? I'm going funny.
Go from.
I was just on about Zoe Wanamaker. I was just on about the best. Every time that we review something, we say somebody's great. We always say she stole my
heart.
And they got the great payoff of Giles, Stevens Giles, going, Paul. Well, we know what Paula thinks. And also, best line maybe, but best line of this season may just be, I've been on the Academy Award jury every year. I've picked the best picture for the past 5 years, and I've never seen one of my other one. Oh God, oh no! And I've never seen motherfucking one of those movies. And it's so perfect.
That's up there with the
as well.
I do love the blowjob car park gag. That's great.
Well, yes, the Rupert and not Judi Dench or whatever. So we've got not Judi Dench. We've got not Sheridan Smith. Then we've got your sort of Saran Jones, Amelia Fox. Like, she's a bit posh. She's a bit good. She'll do a play. And then you've got your sort of up and coming actress. Also, maybe it's slightly too on the nose with those. The fact that she looks like Judi Dench.
Yeah.
That maybe.
But then
is a touch too.
I like that. I like that.
I know, so do I. But I'm just playing devil's advocate. Right. Oh. Anything less to say about And the Winner Is?
Love it. It's great. It's nice hair as well.
Yeah.
In the glass cabinet. No, the hair. The hair.
Oh, the hair.
The hair.
Very true. I thought you were honestly on about Reese's moustache and his. And I was thinking, yeah, Zoe Wanamaker does have good hair in this episode. Right.
Here we go. This is when things get spicy.
I think we'll be all right. My number 2. Oh, you're number 3.
I still haven't done Zanzibar.
Oh yeah, Zanzibar. Yeah, all right. Let's do it then.
Hey, my number 3, Zanzibar.
Your number 6. My number 6. Shoot.
Outstanding episode. I think probably the reason why you can see that this is high up for me, the same reason I like Stinks. It's the same sort of thing. I love it when they're very clever.
Mm-hmm.
When they and this is obviously their ode to Shakespeare. It's this is my favourite sort of number 9 setting as well. It's all in a hotel corridor, and they use the doors like the wings of a stage.
We didn't do best location. I think.
No, but this is mine. The way they utilise the door to the rooms is like the wings of a stage. That's genius. It's all written in iambic pentameter in true Shakespeare form. You've got the typical characters that you'd find in a Shakespeare story. It's wonderful. I love the whole. But she didn't know why I needed a plug. That's that's great. Rory is fine.
Prince Rico.
He's fine. Yes, he's fine when he does Rory. When he does his Yorkshire twin, I don't like that.
That's bad.
That's bad. It's bad.
Yes.
But the best part from that is, I hear you ordered a tart. Yes.
Yeah. No, I love a farce. This is my problem. I love a farce. I love the science and the chemistry, the mechanics of a farce. I love stepping back and going, okay, this first 10 minutes is going to be slightly dull. But it's like every Fawlty Towers episode. Fawlty Towers is one of my favourite shows ever.
Oh, love it.
Every first 10 minutes of a Fawlty Towers episode is slightly dull.
It's the setup, isn't it?
There are still good gags in them, but they are all slightly dull. Then the final 20 minutes is some of the most hilarious stuff of ever put on British television.
Yeah.
Or any television for that matter.
Oh, love Fawlty Towers.
Who doesn't?
That might have to be on our shortlist.
Yeah,
next TV show. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Well, I think we just put all 6 shortlists on the shortlist, and then just let the public decide, and then it just leave it as
rig the vote.
Rig the vote, and then leave it as those 5 for the next one. So eventually, we have to do Twin Peaks or whatever.
Mad Men.
Yeah, people love Mad Men. Well, very actively, people. See, you know the theme. Watch the show. Anyway,
I only know it from Toast. He really is a madman. John Hamm. It's great.
That's good. Yes, I very much like The Bodyguard. Very much. I love all. I love it all.
You can. So he's Iago. That's great. I love.
Yeah.
It's like when he pulls the knife out. Little do you know why I want to. I love the whole 9/11 gag. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get to the maitre d'. This is what I call, and I've got to sound awful saying this because I'd like to say, no. I've got evidence that I can act. I got full marks in my A-level acting performance. So there you go. I've joined Phil's full mark club that he went on about a lot.
Did I?
Yeah, no. I remember when we were at 412, and it's like, this is an X, and she got full marks. There's 2 people get full marks. It's like the 1P club in Deal or No Deal. What a show.
When are we going to do the Deal or No Deal rundown?
Little Nolly.
Yeah. What are you doing? What have you got as number 6? I've got Cheryl.
It's what I like to call GCSE acting.
It's pretty dull.
Bad. I just don't like it.
I prefer his
him to her
girlfriend.
Oh, her to him.
No, I prefer his girlfriend. I think she's okay. I just don't know about him. I think the magician is very funny. But you got it spot on. The spaghetti bolognese. I like Reese's then doing the okie dokie. That's funny.
That's great.
And that maybe it's his delivery of it.
Spaghetti bolognese.
It's just I get like, oh, okay.
I love it.
I think I have a weird thing about comedy about food. I think if it was like, open the window, I don't think I would have as big a problem with it. I can't describe what the problem is.
No. I think it would have paid off better if it was something like Judi Dench. That would have been great.
Yeah, I'd find that funnier. I don't know what it is about food. Like the chips thing. I don't like him just grabbing a chip, going like, oh, well, I eat your chips. Don't like it. What do you think of? I like the Randy wife. I like the.
Yes, that's great.
I like the. I like how dark it gets. I like how dirty it is with him actually pissing on the ground.
Oh yeah, that's great.
That's my money.
Would you like the water sports? That's great. I love the Steve's little soliloquy.
Yes, that's good.
That's
very much like that.
The best bit. That's great.
How I do not know.
It's the bit where the crazy wife seduces him against the wall. He's like, I don't know what to say, but I've got to tell you that I'm not looking for a relationship at the moment. That's great.
It's a great gag. Do we have anything else to say about Zanzibar?
Oh, I could go on for ages. I'm probably going to watch it again tonight. I love it. It's
a great episode.
It's great. It is great. It's great.
It's marvelous television.
it's just Rory's. He's not at his best in this.
No, you know what is it? Where is he at his best?
He's great as he's good in the Bonds. I like him in the Bonds.
Oh yeah.
He did a very good Iago.
I haven't seen
with
it.
Adrian Lester. Yeah, that was stunning. I pretty say that's him at his best.
He is in my favourite and the best Black Mirror episode of all time, the National Anthem.
Oh, it's great. People don't like that episode, do
because they think it's too weird.
Yeah.
I think it's mainly because it is so weird. But it's not that weird.
No.
I mean, it's weird.
It's not that weird.
Mainly, though, it's my love of Lindsay Duncan. Why isn't Lindsay Duncan in more things? Right, then. Here we go. I think we're okay.
Yeah. Right, number two.
Number two, to have and to hold.
Yeah.
Okay. Phew. Yes. As alluded to earlier, this is their finest drama. It's their finest horror.
This is it. You've got scary episodes. This is the most harrowing thing they've done.
Yes.
I don't think they can get darker than this episode. I don't think they'll ever be darker than this.
I think the ending of Devil of Christmas is darker.
Oh, that's
because it feels so realistic.
That's the thing. I don't like that. This is why it's not number one. I don't like the ending of To Have and to Hold. Don't like it.
I don't like the kid. Fine with the maid.
Yeah, the maid's good.
Fine with her. That's absolutely makes perfect sense to me.
I don't like the whole where she then reads the vows and she's like, to have and to hold.
It's a touch too much.
It should just end with the whole reaching. That's fine.
Yeah. But, yeah. Who's taking the pot noodle down? Her.
The kid.
Oh, so you like the kid?
No, I don't. But I like the fact that we do close on.
See him, yeah.
On him, yeah.
Yeah, I think drop to having her saying all the stuff, and have her go down with the pot noodle, and
maybe it's almost it's in true number 9 fashion. It's a twist within a twist within a twist. It's a perfect build up. You've got the whole he just doesn't find her sexually attractive anymore, and you're like, what is this? It's just a character study of a marriage that's just broken down, doesn't work anymore.
Which is why Love's Great Adventure for us, when you first watch it, sort of fell flat because it never had that 20-minute.
You're still waiting for it, and then
Love's Great Adventure.
But then you're suddenly hit in the face with that. And then the rest of it's rushed because then suddenly they're in bed. It's his birthday. Yeah. Oh, we're going to Paris. Paris. Bam. Then he's. They could have done something better with that last 5 minutes. I
think you need to move. Maybe move the Red Room scene.
I do like that. That's a homage, though, isn't it, to horrors? You've always got the Red Room. With the red door.
You have that in 50 Shades of Grey as well.
Okay.
But maybe, I do. I feel it comes too late, and it needs to be maybe just swap one scene. I think you need to have Honey Pot before because it's too weird and creepy.
Oh, Nurse Honey Pot is the best. That's the best scene.
I think it'd lose its humour. I think it'd be creepy, but I think it'd lose its humour. I think it's a very funny scene. Actually, I'm defying all of these points because obviously we rewatch it endlessly, knowing what we know, and it's still hilarious. And that first 20 minutes, you're still sort of, it's just got his dark room and his pop movies. Yeah.
I love it when that's where I also love when she does give him the present, and he's like, "How did you afford this?" He's like, "Well, I had to brush it by," and she's like,
"Yes,
that's a good."
But you can't really say no, can you?
No.
Subtlety. That's why I love Love's Great Adventure on a rewatch. that it was subtlety to the extreme.
Oh,
it was.
I love Love's Great.
Love's Great Adventure is
phenomenal.
We will get to it next episode. We the kid is a step too far for me. I really like Reece and this Hannah. Also, maybe a step too far in this is him checking the basement and him going, I wonder what's down. I wonder what's down there. Maybe cut the line, I wonder what's down there, and have him say, I wonder how big it is. And then you've still got it's going to be a cinema, it's going to be a gym. Because I don't mind that. I don't like, I wonder what's down there. It's like in Get Out, even where it says there's black mold down there. And I'm like, okay, that's just, come on. That's not subtle on a rewatch. Or it's not really subtle in the first one because you've seen the trailer. You're like, okay. Go on, sir.
I think maybe even he opens it and then she sees him and she's like, oh, and then he has to shut it quickly. That might be a better moment.
I just think the line, I wonder what's happening down there, is too on the nose.
Yeah. But I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's great. When they come back and like, oh, we just want to say, if you're ever settling the house, and it's like, can I leave you my number? And then he writes out and he goes, put me email. That's great.
It's just really subtle, really well done. Yeah, comes out of nowhere.
That's great humour. That's my stuff.
I'll put my email. And I love that the champagne. You think that they've bought them an actual champagne, and it's one left over from the wedding. Max and Hannah. Also, another great gag that you don't see coming really. Right, I've got it here. I take you. Presumably this is where I put my name in. Can I have your readers? I love the little touches. I love the little. Where did you get that? Lesbianweddings.com. It's civil partnership. That's what we're doing, isn't it? No.
It's great.
Yes, I think we actually watched. I watched this with my mum and dad night before last because my mum. I can't remember what they're watching. I think it's The Split. Does that ring a bell?
No.
I think I'm right.
Split?
No, The Split. Yes, I'm right. The Split with Nicola Walker. And my mum said, yeah, she's doing me head in a bit. I don't know what it is. I don't think she's good in some stuff. And I said, right, that'll be next Inside Number 9 we watch. I like, maybe that's my favourite thing, is proving people wrong. The amount of times where people go, well, it's cheaper than therapy. No, the amount of times where people are like, yeah, no, Tom Cruise can't act. I'm like, okay, well, let's watch Magnolia and Rain Man then, and then see what you think. You know,
because it sets it up for a sort of, because even in like the first minute, you've got the phone ring, and then like, hello, who is that? Nobody.
Yeah, who is that?
What's that all about? Yeah.
Well, no, that's supposed to be
the affair guy.
The affair guy, yeah.
Because then it makes you think she's having an affair, then the twist is, he's the monster really in the relationship.
Yeah. Still a cheater. Still a
She's still a
dirty adulterer. You're an adulterer. Wonderful Kim Woodburn. Any last thoughts, Will, on To Have and To Hold?
Wonderful. This is one of the 3 that I show people when I first bring them into.
Yeah, it's a great episode, and it's a faultless twist. You never see it coming. My mum prides herself on guessing stuff. Straight away, she was like, "Oh no! Oh, is it? Oh, she got something! Oh!" She couldn't help but verbalise. What's somebody down there? Oh,
I was like, "What's it? That's Harry and Paul." Where Paul's like, this is the Greek guy who's watching today, and now he's got the dog, and he's just talking the whole way through. Oh, look, he's shaking his hand like a human. He looks so...
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger's commentary tracks. Like, he just describes the film. He's just like, and now the Lady Terminator, she's making her breast bigger because the policeman likes breasts.
This is the moment when I say it's not a tumor. Kindergarten Cop, his finest hour.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we need to do an Arnie month.
What would be the Arnie month?
Kindergarten Cop, Jingle All the Way.
Oh my God. So your first two choices, and you've not said either Terminator, Predator, or Total Recall.
Yeah, so
I didn't know you were so kinky.
Jingle All the Way, Escape Plan.
What?
With Sylvester Stallone.
Are we doing two separate fortnights? Shit, Arnie. Junior and Twins, is that what you're rounding them out with?
Oh, no, Twins is great.
I've not seen Twins. I think
Total Recall.
Total Recall's a masterpiece.
Yeah. It's great.
Deckard! Oh. Quid! And again, being comfortable, Sharon Stone. Looking astoundingly good. Right, I know we're in agreement.
Yeah.
There's nothing left. There's nothing left anymore. Number 1, episode 2, season 4. Grab your tissues. Bernie Clifton's dressing room. BAFTA winning.
Did it take him this long to win a BAFTA?
I can't remember. I don't know if Psychoville or League got any. Who knows?
Win one every year.
Tommy and Len.
I mean, we'll get the elephant out of the room first, so then we can only say good things. There's one thing that we both agree that is just unnecessary. That they obviously haven't listened to our criticisms,
no,
and they used it again.
Yeah,
it's
the fade.
The fade. Don't fade him out. Just snap to him.
Just works. That reveal works an awful lot better if it's hard cut to wide
because
pan.
They already do that reveal anyway. When she comes in to say, "Oh, they're doing the service now."
You need a hard cut to the pan, wide shot of just him alone, and then that beautiful organ. Tears of laughter.
You're going to cry tears of laughter.
But then the reprise over the credits that.
Oh yeah. Oh,
it's beautiful.
Oh,
and then that comes in. Because you were pissed. You were always pissed.
No, sorry, I was gonna get that. That is the
best
that
thing
makes me cry every time. Oh, Reece, what a
the
Reece.
break in his voice. Because you're always pissed.
Oh, oh my.
There is obviously a
tears.
very, very sentimental, backstory to this episode of a double act. I mean, Reece and Steve were obviously together for multiple decades.
Yeah.
And there is not meta, really, because,
they were never unsuccessful.
Because they were never unsuccessful, and they were also very different. Because it's
this is like
simultaneously,
70s.
It's simultaneously a lament /
to the Crankies, that sort of era.
Variety, the golden days of variety. As Ken Dodd, have you seen Ken Dodd on Celebrity Mastermind where he does comedians who are in variety, and he gets them all right. It's very good. As Ken Dodd.
That's my quiz team name. Ken Dodd's Dad's Dog's Dead.
Ken Dodd's Dad's Dog's Dead. Great speech warm-up. The amount of people where I do that speech warm-up and they go, "Who's Ken Dodd?" Go, you know what? Got his vinyl up here. Happiness, the greatest thing that I possess. Yes, and then the wonderful Shane Gibson coming in at the end. With Leanne. It's just too good to talk about, in a way.
I'm not. I love it when they go through their old sketches. We'll do each sketch one by one, but I want to eliminate the punk one. But it's meant to be bad,
point.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And also, I think there's still some funny gags in there. You can't do that. I was thinking, Tommy, we could change it to DVD players. Call it Sweeney Turd. Boom.
Oh, that's great. Right, so let's do the interview.
Great.
Oh, that's me and you to a T.
Well, this is true. Yes. Who's the impressionist? Me.
You.
Yeah.
I'm
the alcoholic funny man. You're the.
I know. I am the straight. I am the straight man.
Who's going to have a career in? Who's going to actually have a career in business and have a lot of money? It's a lot. It's very apt. Oh, I'll just have builders. I think.
And then brown bottles. What a feat
Incredible.
of.
And very remarkably well shot as well.
And also that was in the trailer for this series. That was it was that and them walking up in Tempting Fate with the hazmat suits on that caught my attention of, I want to see that, because it's when he's just with his white gloves doing that on the top of the wall. I love that.
Their trailers are always odd. Because they're only 30 seconds because it's BBC.
It's always enter the dice, and over the top you've got
where will it land? Because it was a roulette wheel for this series. It were a dice for season 4.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I remember seeing Nurse Honeypot and thinking, what's happening there? Is it set in hospital? Because it was so quick and I didn't pause.
Yeah.
Obviously, I thought it were hospital episode.
It wasn't. She was actually pleasuring her husband.
Pleasuring her husband. That's funny when she gets the massage oil on the rug. Clean it up. Have you been drinking? Horrible stuff. But back to Penny Clifton's dressing room. Is Tears of Laughter the best 3 minutes of any Inside Number 9 episode?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's Bring Me Sunshine, isn't it? It's.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah. But better.
Yeah.
It's got gags. Bring Me Sunshine didn't have gags.
The choreography as well.
With
the hands, and then the mother-in-law. I love a good mother-in-law.
Who doesn't? That's the best thing I want. That's why I want to get married, so I can do all mother-in-law jokes.
At the wedding.
Yeah. That. And it's a great song as well. I don't know why it's not on Spotify or anything. I'd play that at all the quizzes. I'd listen to it all the time. Yeah, just what's happening. Yeah. What's another? This goes back to my food thing. I don't like that they're called cheese and crackers. That just doesn't sit well with me. It is all food based.
No, but that's playing on the whole 70s bad.
It's perfect.
You've got again Mitchell and Webb do Fish and Chip, and then they split up because Pin and Cushion are their rival group, and they're like, oh no, Chip's leaving Fish and Chip, and he's going to join
Chip and Pin.
Roger Pin. Oh no,
funny.
It's Chip and Pin. But no, the successful double acts in the end were Fish and Cushion, and that's the whole gag. And that's great.
Fish and Cushion.
Because it was Pin and Cushion and Chip and Pin.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's just a gag because it's not a funny.
Not. Like
Fish and Cushion.
Apparently, Chris Dire Straits and Chris Rea are joining up to do a band together. I can't wait to hear some Chris Straits.
Hey,
because you think it's going to be diarrhea.
You do.
Because it's clever. Because it's not what you think. As hard as it may be, Will, is there anything else you want to say about Benny Clifton's dressing room?
The whole living on the streets bit. That's lovely.
Oh yeah.
That's what is it? Rotten apples. What is it? What's it called?
Fewer rotten apples. Yew tree.
The
yew tree's great. Yeah.
Yew tree. I forgot about yew tree.
You can't do that.
Not in that. They're all yew tree. Oh, that's great.
He's not. Well, won't be long. Great stuff. What do you think of the the weird music that's just like.
Oh, yeah. It's fine because what it needs. It's sort of somber, slow, but it's more like jazz lift music than you need more Tears of Laughter arrangements. Probably one of my favourite scenes is the whole where Steve's got the coats on his arm and he's doing the whole.
Oh yeah,
that's
from The Artist. Do you remember The Artist?
Yeah.
Does anybody remember The Artist? Best Picture winner, The Artist. Nobody remembers The Artist.
At the time, it was. I mean, it was one of those things that if you had seen it, you'd rave about it, and if you haven't, you'd pretended that you'd seen it, and you're like, "Yeah, I just love black and white movies, and they should bring more."
It's silent. That's great. The Artist is really good.
I love Endgame.
God. No, they're the crowd that like, oh yeah, no, I love Parasite. And I loved Parasite. Parasite was great.
Yeah.
Trivia: Reece Shearsmith's character makes a reference to dressing up like Tina Turner with ping pong balls for eyes, an action carried out by one of Shearsmith's characters in Psychoville. My favourite Psychoville episode of all part of all time.
At the dinner table.
I'm coming. And then David, you've got Clifton. How long have I got? He's just got ping pong balls. It's great stuff. Is there anything left you want to say about Bernie Clifton? Not Bernie Clifton.
Not about Bernie Clifton and his bird.
Who was his
lovely
bird? Emu? No, Emu was Rod.
Emu, yeah. Did you see? Hi, my name's Katrina.
My name's. Did you see news headline?
No.
Emu left silent by the death of Rod Hull.
Oh.
It's a joke. Do you get it?
Yes, because
he's a puppet.
He can't talk. He can't talk.
You were reacting like I was genuinely really upset. It's a puppet, Will. Calm down.
They should be telling me Kermit's a puppet.
No, Kermit's done. Yeah, no. I've been to Muppet Vision 3D. They pop out. Okay, then. Let's do some ranking. Right.
Yeah.
So I've got winner takes it all. And the winner is.
Yeah.
At 3. What have you got? You've got Zanzibar.
I have.
Where do you have winner takes it all? 4.
The winner is.
And the winner is.
I've got it 4. Yeah.
I don't want to talk. It makes more sense for winner to be 3, and then I'll give you Zanzibar at 4.
Okay, but then I've got Once Removed 6, below Tempting Fate. But have you got Once Removed below Tempting Fate?
Yeah, I've got Tempting Fate at 4.
Oh, we'll leave it like that then.
Okay.
So, Once Removed 6?
Yeah. Once Removed at 6. Number 5, Pop Pickers. Here we go. We're going down to going back to 2018, the year of February. Number 5, Tempting Fate. Number 4, Zanzibar. Number 3, winner. And the winner is. Number 2, To Have and to Hold. Number 1, Bernie Clifton's Dressing Room. What a series. What an episode. So we're coming now to the end, Will.
We are.
Our Inside Number 9 run. This won't be our last Reece and Steve. We obviously have 4 seasons, I tell a lie, of League of Gentlemen, and we have 2 seasons of Psychoville to get to. But we'll talk about that next week. Next week, where we will be ranking 7 episodes. After all, we do have the incredible Halloween special deadline to
terrifying.
As absolutely shit yourself, silly, terrifying. Will I've been Thomas Carruthers.
I've been Will Leggetter.
Do. Right. Godspeed. We're ending religiously this week.
Should we end with Tears of Laughter playing out?
We can't because we can't sing together because we're on Zoom. Try.
No, I mean just put it over the top. Get the music.
You're a bloody pain in my arsehole. Right, here you go. It's on now. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? The dancer. Oh, I'm fading away. I'm fading away.
Laughter is my memory of you. There are 3 types of people in this world. Those that can count and those that can't. Terrible. Laughter is my memory of you.
Do you know, Tommy, I've spent the last 4 years looking for my mother-in-law's killer, but no one will do it.
Yes, laughter is my memory of